So what's your take on older women? Because
Oh, I love them.
you said okay, because you said that you got to when you hit your 30s, that's when you started saying, you know what, I don't give a damn what people think. I'm gonna be who I am, and you're either with me or you're against me. It is what it is. So when it comes to older women, do you believe that they're set in their ways as well when they hit their 30s, where they can't be molded or they can't adapt and they can't make compromises with in a relationship because they're of that age and they're saying the same thing where I am who I am. I don't care. You could take me for what I am or you could beat it.
No, I believe you could still find a balance.
Oh really?
Doesn't matter how old you are. I believe you
Okay.
could still find a balance within each other. But it's a simple. You got to have an understanding as well. So if you don't have that understanding, but that's why I prefer older women because
How old are we talking about when you say you prefer older women?
oh, like at 42, I'll go up to like 50, 60.
Jesus,
I've been with
wow.
that are like that still look good.
Wow.
You know,
okay.
60.
from
Wow.
going to the club. From going to the club,
You're
yeah,
saying
I've
60.
seen
60 and 50 is different.
women in her 50s. I've like up
No,
to
but
like
have you
60.
went after 60? Have you?
I personally never gone after a 60-year-old.
Okay.
But have I been to bars and stuff like that where I've been hit on by good-looking women that are that age and they've told me that they're like 61?
Wow.
Yes, I have. And
So
have
you're not
things-
opposed to that?
No, I'm not opposed to it. As long
Okay.
as they take care of themselves.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Right? They got to take care of themselves like a man. If a man doesn't take care of himself and he just eats and eats and eats and lets himself go, it's not he's he's gonna look like shit out there. You know what I mean? If you're fat, you're fucking fat. There's no excuse in behind it. Stop fucking eating. Put the burger down. And fucking do something about it.
Yeah.
That's true.
Right?
Okay.
Same thing with a woman. She could be like, well, I don't like how I look. I don't like, how my body looks. Well, bitch, Planet Fitness, $10 a month. You can go to the gym. It's
Oh, yeah.
24 hours a day.
100%.
There's no excuse. Everybody has an hour out of their day at some point
Oh yeah, 100%.
to go to a gym.
So it's
Even
a- yeah,
40
it's a lot of
minutes, half
excuses
hour.
for sure.
Anybody can make time. It's people come up with these sappy ass excuses on everything.
But
know?
I want to ask you about older women. What would you say? What gives you like appeal, or what makes them have appeal to you? Them being older. Were you always into older women, even when you were younger, or was this something that was like developed?
No, I've always been into older women.
But what do you
I've
what
always
do you what
liked
do you think attracts you to them? Just because generally speaking, men are always into youthful women, right? Because if you like you said that as long as they take care of themselves, right? But if a 60-year-old, say for example, if you compare it to a 21-year-old, say in that sense, both adults, right? One takes care of themselves, the 61-year-old, and then the 21-year-old doesn't take care of herself. Who looks better to you? Same caliber woman.
Well, I
61-year-old?
would go with the older one because I've seen, from going out to bars and clubs where, and I've been to clubs, like even a sex club, I've seen a lot of women, and even some of these women in their 50s that look better than these 20-year-olds that I've seen. And they're 50 years old. And they eat right. They go to the gym and,
But
it's like,
You have to remember, by that age, you must know that, women tend to do a lot of work on themselves. So a lot of the women you might be talking about, are these women natural women, or are these women that have had work done on them?
you could tell some have had, maybe they've gotten like some implants, right? But for the most part, you have a lot of younger women getting work done too. Like,
Yeah.
let's look at places like LA. You got 25-year-olds getting, all this shit,
But that's a very competitive
right?
city.
I know it's a
right?
very competitive city because they have to compete,
Yeah.
right? And that's the problem. They got to compete, right? So the thing is, yes, a lot of men sometimes want a younger woman because they're malleable. You can mold them,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
So you can make them into what you want to be, right? But that can work. Nothing wrong with that. You could do that. But I don't see nothing wrong even with an older woman, a guy that's it's like the stigma of a buddy of mine. He's 50 years old, and he's dating a 27-year-old.
Okay.
But now, he gets shit on all the time, right? People
By-
call him this,
okay.
call him that,
Friends, okay.
right? But let's look at Hollywood. They do it in Hollywood every fucking day.
Oh yeah,
But it's normal, right?
Yeah.
So in real life, okay, because Hollywood for me is fake anyways.
yeah.
In real life, if I do it at 42, if I date a 23-year-old, 22-year-old, I'm going to get looked at, like you're disgusting.
But who said you need to show them who your girl is?
I don't have to show them.
Exactly.
But-
so how could you get judged if you don't show them who she is?
Well, because if I'm out in public with her, and if we're, I'm holding her hand or she
But why would
leans
you
in-
hold her hand in public?
Why would I hold her hand in
Yeah.
public? Because I don't mind holding my girl's hand in public.
But I'm saying if you want to keep it private.
Oh, if
and
I
you-
wanted to keep it private, yeah, but people could just look at you and be like, well, that's his daughter.
Yeah,
They're just
exactly.
walking casually, right?
Yes.
But no, I've never been one to like keep my I guess you could say I'm not afraid to keep my relationships like thing where I don't mind holding their hand, leaning
Yeah.
in, giving them a hug,
Yeah,
giving them a kiss.
You like public
Right.
display
Public.
of
I don't mind. I
affection.
don't mind a little bit of public affection,
Okay.
but I don't mind. I don't like being groped,
Mm.
like with public affection.
Mm.
But here's the thing. It's funny that you said that. Like you said that, people may look at you funny, and we always think about these things when we care about strangers' opinions. Because you said people. You never said anyone you know that's gonna look at you funny. You said people, like in general society. Like you're making an assumption, right? You're just thinking what people would have on their minds. Again, assumption, just fear based. We'll think that, oh, this guy, he must have money, or he must be like a pervert or whatever, a pedo, this and that, even though legally everything's up to par, everything's,
Yeah.
right on the books over there. But we always look at strangers and their opinions of us, right? But I think at a certain age, those opinions just become irrelevant, because at the end of the day, say you're in a relationship with with anybody, right? Say you dated a woman that was 15 years older than you. Would people not look at you strange?
They would, but like at my age now,
Mm-hmm.
I can care less what people think.
But what I'm saying is, why would you feel, since they would judge you, if you dated a woman that was 15 years older than you, say you married a woman that was in her 60s, right? And then in the alternate universe, you marry a girl that's in her 20s. Would they not look at you strange in both case scenarios?
No, for sure, they're gonna look at you like different, right? Like in both scenarios, they're gonna look at you at the same way. But
Question is going to be why? Why did you choose this woman? Why did you choose that woman?
But
If
you
you
would
chose
be
an older
more-
woman, hold on. If you chose an older woman, they would think, oh, that woman must have money or an inheritance, or he's using her in some type of way. Now, if you chose a younger girl, they're going to say the same thing. You're trying to have her, mold her, and she's malleable for you, and she's naive. You can make her into the type of woman you want. So both sides, you're going to get judged if there's like a big age gap, right? But at the end of the day, age gap dating is quite fine in other places in the world. It's only a problem in like countries like North America, more so. But why would you let that affect you if it's strangers that mainly would have this perception?